You're watching KREM2 News at 5.
Welcome back. Well, who can't relate to this? You plan to go to the gym, but the couch is just too comfortable.
Yes.
The dishes need to be done, but you're kind of more into the TV show.
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
Well, here's a story you really should stay on the couch for. Rose Beltz has the results of a new study that says laziness, it may not be entirely your fault.
Finally.
Society and health experts are always encouraging us to be more active, but despite our best intentions, statistics are showing we're actually going in the opposite direction and becoming less active.
University of British Columbia researchers went looking for answers to this exercise mystery. To find out, they recruited 29 healthy young adults who wanted to be physically active, even though only a few of them were active regularly. Then they had the men and women complete an elaborate computer test and recorded their brain activity at the same time. In the test, the volunteers were assigned an on-screen avatar shaped like a stick figure. The researchers then flashed small images one at a time that showed either physical activity or inactivity. The volunteers were told to move their avatars as rapidly as possible towards the active images like hiking or biking and away from the sedentary ones like reclining on a couch or in a hammock, and then vice versa. Scientists say this kind of test is a reliable indicator of how people consciously feel about what they see.
It's a really involved study, and it kind of goes to motivation also as a component.
The results were recently published in Neuropsychologia. They found that overall study participants were faster at moving towards the active pictures and away from lazy pictures, but their brains had to work a little bit harder to get there. These results suggest that our brain is naturally attracted to sedentary behaviors. Experts say our brains evolved this way to conserve energy, which was essential for survival decades ago, but is unnecessary in modern times.
Because being active was such a huge part of our daily lives, the ability to recover was just as important. You know, we couldn't work ourselves to death. When we look back at the history of workhouses and the amount of manual labor and the shorter life expectancies that came with really hard lives.
Right.
You know, having to gather your food, hunt your food, build your house, gather firewood.
The question is, can people's brains be retrained today?
I don't know that we're going to change thousands of years of evolution overnight. But if we understand that they have some neurological reasons for that we can then address that with them. We do know that by making an appointment, having a friend that you're doing the workout with, increases your motivation. You have to add in more external motivation because the internal motivation isn't there.
But this doesn't mean you're off the hook. Unfortunately, you still got to get up and move. But the bright side, you're not lazy. Your brain just has different priorities. Rose Beltz, KREM2 News.
That's affirmation.
What do you think?
Well, I think on some Sundays, I'm like, I'm going to do some quality sitting today.
Yes.
Quality.
Some high intensity sitting. Blame it on the brain.
Not your fault.
Not my fault. Yeah.
Well, this is not inactive. This is